Hey guys, today we're going to have a closer look at the Hohem Joy app and the Hohem Pro app. What's the difference between them? Are they the same? Do they have different features? What's new? What's updated? Let's get into it. The Hohem Joy app, the Hohem Pro app, what's the difference between them? Is there any? You know what? I've kind of delved deep into it and I don't find any difference between the app. You need to use the right app for the right gimbal though. If you try using the Joy app with one of the gimbals that needs a Pro app, it just won't work. When I tried connecting to the Joy app with a different gimbal, it just keeps searching for Bluetooth. It won't even connect right. So make sure you're using the right gimbal and the right app. Now, I have done an in-depth review of the Pro app. I'll put a link to it down below. I then broke down and did the moment section in full detail. I'll put a link to it down below. As I say, I find the features for both identical. Now, I know the Pro app did have some issues with some of the features not working right. The ISO wasn't working right, the white balance, and a few other things were a little off. That's all been fixed, and it's working great. Then, all of a sudden, I noticed there was a new feature under the moments, and it was Smart Dolly. Sounded cool. Went to use it, and it was gone. So, things come and go within the app, so make sure you're always using the most current version of the app. Now, one new thing that they did put in, and it's kind of cool, and I had a lot of fun with it, it's called Copy Me. So let's check it out and see what it's all about. All right, we're in the app. You can see I'm in the Moments section under the Clone Me. This is the screen that comes up. So the first thing we need to do is select our clone numbers. From 3 all the way up to 7 times you can clone yourself. I'm going to select 3. See the bright area in the center of the screen? That's where you need to have your subject or it won't work right, and I'll show you that after. Then you simply hit start. The gimbal will rotate, ready for your first photo. Make sure your subject's in the center. Counts down from 5, it'll then rotate to your second position, count down again. You can see at the bottom it says 1 of 3, it's keeping track of how many photos that you've set for. Your subject then has to run to the next position, hit the pose, boom, there you go. But if you did like me, no people, look at that beautiful panoramic that it did for you. That works out pretty cool too. Now, since I worked by myself, I have to do a lot of running. So here I'm doing a clone of myself times 3. You can see I had to hit start, run into the position, and hit the pose. Now I'm a little far back for it, but it should still work, but maybe not, because look, I can't quite see and I'm closer to the edge of the frame. Now I have to run again to get that third photo in, and I'm even closer to the edge. And look what happens when you're not centered. It doesn't work. I'm only in there once, but I have a beautiful panoramic. But just to be aware, you need to be centered on that screen. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with that. Let's have a look at the picture of where I cloned myself 3 times. That looks pretty cool. Now let's check out one where I did it 7 times. That looks just awesome. The one of me squatting, I was actually trying to jump, but I was a little slow on the ball on that one. But you still see how cool the effect is. And in a pinch, look at the panoramic it does. I mean, that worked out really well. So you can use it for cloning, or you can use it for a panoramic. Big key with that one though is make sure your subject is centered in that nice bright lit up area, and you won't have an issue. Because as you saw, if you're onto the side, you're gonna have problems and it won't work right. So there you go. That is the Copy Me function of the moment. Now, they do have another thing that's added in since I did the last update on the app, and that is under the beauty section. If you go under filters, you can have a look at that. So let's have a look at that right now. Now you can see we're in the app. Now I apologize, my eyes are going to be kind of looking off to the side like that because I need to look at the controls. So let's have a closer look at this beauty setting. So we come up to the top right, I click that, and this is where you have your normal settings. And I'm already in beauty on the filter. There is normal. That is what normal looks like right there. Come back into this in the filter. You can see I've got normal and I've got beauty, but I've got these other settings. So let's enable beauty. It automatically bumps into that skin softening look, which makes me look like a gorgeous 20-year-old. Now, if we come in here and we adjust these, you can see the top one. Watch my jawline. Look at how much that alters that. Now watch my eyes. So if I do the big bug eyes and I do the narrow chin, click here, adjust that down a bit. Man, that is seriously freaky. That is doing some massive altering to my face. Makes me with a huge forehead too. So I'm not a fan of that at all. You can see the difference between that being, well, not quite normal because I'm under there. That is normal. That is straight out of camera. That looking good. Turn the beauty on with the effects. Look at that. Skin softened, eyes reshaped, face reshaped. Ooh, not a fan. But that's up to you to decide what you like. So yeah, not a big fan of the beauty part. I don't even really like the skin softening, especially on guys. It just looks kind of weird. Makes me look like a wax figurine. As I say, not impressed, not a fan. That's my personal opinion. You may actually like it. Now, one thing I wish they would put in, and I have suggested to them on it, under the Pro settings, when you look at the white balance, they have presets in there. They're handy, but you can't dial in that perfect white balance. I have suggested, and I would love to see them put in Kelvin, so I can actually dial in the Kelvin number and get that perfect white balance. That is a feature I would love to see added in to the apps. But as I say, the apps are identical in features. Make sure that you're up to date and current because new features come in and they don't announce it really. So be on the ball, keep checking your app. New cool features are always coming. Hohem is always updating and improving their apps, which is what I love. So that's it for this one. As I say, it was a short, sweet one, just showing you a couple of the updates, letting you know a couple of things that were happening, and letting you know that both apps are the same. Make sure, though, right gimbal to the right app. You're good to go. Check out those other videos for a full in-depth on the moments and onto the other app where everything is. It's identical for the Joy and the Pro. So that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you're aware when I post new videos like this. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. So until the next time.